Hi everyone. Big immigration changes are happening in the UK starting July 2025. And if you're a foreign worker, a student, or a dependent, these will affect your visa, your salary, and your chances of settling in the UK. In this video, I'll break down each of the major changes, explain what it means for you, and help you plan ahead. If you're new, I'm Ashika, and I talk about moving across the world to work or study. And with that, let's dive in. The UK government has launched a major overhaul in 2025 through the Restoring Control Plan. Now, backed by the Prime Minister Keir Starmer and the Home Secretary Yvette Cooper, these changes aim to cut net migration significantly, focus on highly skilled migration only, demand stronger English language and integration, and end abuse of the dependent and care worker visa routes. Also, make migration a privilege tied to contribution and not just your presence in the UK. Now, these reforms are a response to high migration numbers and a public demand for a fairer and more controlled immigration system. Let's start with the changes to the skilled worker visa. Jobs under the skilled worker route now must require the RQF Level 6 qualifications, which is equivalent to a university degree. Previously, RQF Level 3 was accepted, allowing roles like chefs, plasterers, and social care workers. These roles will now be excluded unless employers can prove graduate level requirements. Moving on, the salary thresholds have increased. The new minimum salary levels that are applicable from the 22nd of July are: for a skilled worker visa, it's 41,700. For STEM and PhD roles, it will be 37,500. For new entrants or graduates, it's 33,400. And if you're under the global mobility route, it is 52,500. The minimum hourly wage will be £17.13 per hour. Now, these salary increases aim to reduce the reliance on low-paid foreign workers and encourage investment in the local workforce in the UK. Of course, if a job offer is made before the 22nd of July, the old skill and salary thresholds apply. So existing visa holders can also renew or switch jobs under the current rules. Moving on to the temporary shortage list. A new temporary shortage list will replace the old immigration salary list. The number of times this list has changed, if I tell you. The roles on this rule will qualify for only 2-year visas and do not allow for dependents anymore. They will also not offer discounted fees or settlement rights. It could possibly be reviewed in 2026 and might be removed. The list is a transitional tool. It's meant to give UK industries time to adjust and upskill their domestic workforce. Moving on to the social care worker route closure. From the 22nd of July, the visa route for social care workers will be closed to new applicants. Only employers registered with the CQC or the Care Quality Commission can continue to hire under stricter rules. And to be honest, it's exploitation and illegal recruitment fees that have led to this closure. But if you're in the UK on this visa, existing visa holders can renew until 2028. But to be honest, this pathway is being phased out. This change affects thousands of workers in the UK, who are care workers, particularly people from India, Nigeria, and the Philippines. Now, when it comes to the ILR, one of the most discussed points, the current rules allow for settlement after 5 years for skilled workers. From late 2025, the standard pathway will be 10 years across most visa types. However, the government is proposing an earned settlement route. So, fast-tracked settlement for high contributors such as NHS staff, researchers, or tech workers. Also those who show strong integration, good English skills, and no criminal history. Settlement will be harder and slower for most, and only exceptional workers will get fast-tracked ILR. Now, the dates have not been announced for this, so we'll have to wait a little longer for more clarity on this and whom it's going to impact. The government is also proposing all adult applications and dependents must prove higher levels of English. So that's A1 level for entry as a dependent, or A2 or B1 for skilled workers or family visa renewals, and B2 level required to apply for an ILR. Now, if you weren't aware, earlier when people wanted to move to the UK, only the primary visa holder needed to take the English language test, and the dependents didn't need to take a test. So the challenge was a lot of the dependents who came into the UK couldn't really speak English. And of course, that is a problem if you want people to integrate in society. So this change is meant to improve integration, workplace performance, and community engagement across the UK. Again, the government will share more details on this before the end of the year. Now, also due, but a change which hasn't kicked in yet, are the changes coming to the post-study work route. The graduate visa is proposed to be cut down to 18 months from 2 years. And dependents of students will need to meet English language standards, and may face higher work restrictions. Now, once again, a full review of the graduate route is underway, but more changes are expected later this year. Moving on, the UK is modernizing immigration compliance and border controls. So going forward, eVisas will fully replace biometric residence permits by June 2025. Also, electronic travel authorizations or ETAs will expand to Europeans from April 2025. And right to work checks will now cover gig workers, freelancers, zero-hour contract employees. So expect faster tech-based checks and stronger penalties for employers that break the rules. Also, employers who sponsor foreign workers must follow tighter rules now. They cannot deduct visa costs from salaries in ways that drop earnings below the legal threshold. Also, the immigration skills charge may rise by up to 32%. Employers must also prove that they've attempted to recruit and train UK workers first before hiring from outside the UK. And failure to comply could lead to license suspension or heavy fines. So that's the full picture. Now, starting from July 2025, the UK's immigration system could become stricter and more selective apart from being longer. So if you are planning to move to the UK or settle in the UK, now is the time to understand these rules and plan ahead. What do you think of these reforms? Are they fair or too harsh? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Hit the bell for more updates on moving across the world. Thanks for watching and see you next time.